Court of the Rings recap September 15th. This week's Court of the Rings had OnnMM on as a developer since he developed the Mariner class. I'm going to recap briefly their Mariner talk at the end of the video, but first off some general news from Cord. On this stream, Cord actually said the name of Update 38. Update 38 will be called the Corsairs of Umbar. So the next expansion name has been confirmed, Update 38 Corsairs of Umbar. And this coming week at 2 p.m. on Wednesday the 20th, and every week after that, Scenario, one of the main world builder devs, will be streaming his casual stroll with Scenario. So Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, he will start looking at the new zones that we're getting with Update 38. So if people are interested in getting a look at the new zones coming with the next expansion, Scenario will be walking through those new zones, I believe one at a time. This coming Wednesday is the first stream, 2 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, and every following week he will be looking at the new landscape zones. Ford also talked about Severlin and when their Q&A is going to happen. He said the near future, so maybe 1 or 2 weeks away. But this week it made sense to have OnnMM on the stream because of the Mariner being on Bull Roarer, so they could talk about the new class a little bit. Other news, there is a dev diary coming soon for crafting and what crafting will give us for update 38, so Cord will probably look at that whenever that comes to LOTRO.com. Current and future events that are happening, the Tale of the Shipwrecked Mariner is currently live, and it will last until 3 a.m. Eastern, September 20th. There's a guide on LOTRO.com if you want more information on how to participate in this event. The Coombe Forester event is also live in the game, so if people are interested in getting those rewards, you can head to the Coombe Lumber Camp to do this event. The free daily gold Hobbit presents are still ongoing, so if you're a VIP, you're gonna get a free daily gold Hobbit present, and this will last through October 10th for some extra benefits of being a VIP. Baggins' birthday is coming up next week. 10 a.m. Eastern on September 20th is when Baggins' birthday event will start, and it will run until 3 a.m. Eastern on September 26th. Now then, with the general news out of the way, let's talk about Mariner a little bit, the brand new class, and what OnnMM and Cord discussed on the stream. If you're looking for a more in-depth look at the Mariner and look at the animations and everything, I already have several videos up on my channel. Just look up my videos and you'll find what you're looking for. So just to recap OnnMM and Cord's discussion about the Mariner, the new Mariner class is a swordplay fighting style class that of course will deal damage with their swordplay, but there's also going to be some songs and some fun little things in there. They have a legendary item which is a sword or a dagger, which is a one-handed sword or dagger. And their class item is a haversack. Mariner will also get a flute as a class item, so an instrument there. And in their offhand, they will have a dagger, but it's a parrying dagger, and this dagger is mainly for increasing your stats. The Mariner has 3 different lines. There is the red line for damage, DPS line. You have Blue Mariner, which is meant to be a red captain alternative, kind of a buffing style, buffing your group kind of play style. And finally, we have the Yellow support line or debuffing line, kind of reminiscent of the Yellowberg or Yellow Loremaster gameplay. So Red Mariner is damage, Blue Mariner is support, and Yellow Mariner is debuff. So OnnMM said that the goal with this class is to make every line feel unique and also give some alternatives to other meta lines, like a Red Captain has been meta for so long in raids. OnnMM was asked about why elves aren't mariners, and he kind of gave a pretty good explanation in my opinion. Although some elves are experienced sailors, like going on the sea, etc. In the current timeline that we have, if elves go to the sea to sail, they usually just sail west and never come back. The Mariner is going to be an advanced class. There's a balance system where you're constantly shifting between aft and fore, so from left to right. You need to make sure you don't go too far left or right, because if you do, you'll get some debuffs and you'll get stunned. It's about finding a good balance, staying kind of in the middle, a little bit to the left or right, but never go too far to either side. most of the skills of the Mariner will attune either towards the fore or the aft, so you kind of need to be careful not going too far. And a lot of the Mariner skills will affect the next skill, so there are a lot of chaining opportunities to make your skills better and do different kind of things. And although the class is advanced, it's not going to require as much memorization as, let's say, a Warden. It's not going to be advanced in that kind of way, but it's going to be more of a reactionary class. You need to be able to keep yourself steady, like not go too far to either side, while doing your combination. The animations for Mariner that we've seen on beta are pretty much done, and the stats for Mariner, the Mariner is actually kind of like in middle zone from live to future update, where they're using the new stat derivations. So the Mariner can actually use might, agility, and will. They're all like aimed for different lines. So the Mariner is already in that state where you use the different stats. And the final thing I just wanted to talk about is, and the last thing I want to talk about is OnnMM's reasoning for why there is no the East Wind skill. You have the North Wind, South Wind, and the West Wind. And his explanation comes from the books. The Fellowship of the Ring after Boromir dies. Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, they sing songs asking the different winds for guidance after Boromir dies, which used to be a custom in Gondor. And when it's Gimli's turn, he says, "Oh, so you left the East Wind for me?" But Aragorn says, "No, no, no. We don't sing about the East Wind. The East Wind is evil." That's something Aragorn had from the Gondorian culture, so obviously referencing to Mordor. And this is why there is no the East Wind skill. Thank you for watching my recap. Hey! Hey you! Yeah, you! What do you want? You enjoy my content and you want to support me? Fine, I'll show you how you can do it. I would really appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. You can also support me through my Ko-fi homepage. If you're playing or looking to play Lord of the Rings online, there is one place you need to be. The Ghyniverse is a Discord server created for the community of the players of Lord of the Rings Online. The server is getting close to 7,000 members, and in this server you'll find tons of helpful information. There's monthly giveaways, easy access to patch notes, you can keep up with my YouTube videos, my streams. If you're a streamer, you can ask for the streamer role and you can announce your streams in the other stream channel. There are discussion channels for pretty much everything, every class, monster players. But the best thing about this server is probably the Gearing Resources tab, where you can find anything from trait lines for every class, every build. There are stat goals, where you can find out what stats you should aim for on your characters. Really helpful information about drop rates from instances, as well as screenshot from all the new loot that appears in the game. If you enjoy LOTRO, you should definitely consider joining this server, and hopefully I'll see you in Middle Earth. If you were part of the Ghyniverse already, you might have noticed that another tab appeared at the top, the LFF server. This server is a brand new server that I created, the LFF Ghyniverse. In this server, you can select which servers you want to keep up with, and once you select your server, say you select Arkenstone, you will see the LFF, the kinship advertisement, looking for kinship and trade channels, and there's also voice channels if people want to use those. The LFF channel is basically a looking for fellowship channel, where people can post if they need players for the runs, and this way people don't have to be logged into the game to see the chat, they can just instead get a notification on their Discord. There's also a kinship advertisement page where kins can post their kinship advertisement and have people join their kins, and you can also post in the looking for kinship chat if you're looking for a kinship, but make sure to take a look in the kinship advertisement first and look through all the kin to find a suitable kin for you. There's also a trade channel if people want to buy or sell stuff that you can use. Hopefully you'll consider joining this server to bring the community even more together, not just in the game, but also outside of the game.